Hi, my name is Zishan Zaveri, and today's topic is going to be covering a quite controversial topic. And that topic is the 9/11 Ground Zero Mosque. And to build or not to build? That's the question. So I'm going to be covering some information as to what I feel about the situation, and a lot of Muslims may share the same exact opinion. So what I did was I went out on a little journey, so to say, and I started asking a bunch of Muslims what they felt in regards to building this mosque near Ground Zero. I was in the same boat as well, and many others have said that they don't think it was a good idea because we know, unfortunately, that there's many individuals out there that blame, unfortunately, Muslims and Islam for these terrorist attacks. And people can't delineate the difference or differentiate the differences between a terrorist and a Muslim. They don't understand the differences. So most Muslims unanimously agree that this was not a good idea. But now, these can of worms have already been opened, and there's a huge stir that's out there in the media, and I am 100% for building this mosque. No question, and without a shadow of a doubt, because I'm an American. And I'm going to lay out exactly the facts of how America has laid its roots and its foundations, and why I'm proud to be an American, how I'm going to lay it down the way our founding fathers have laid it out. First and foremost, let's go back to the laws of our land, aka the Constitution. What does it say in there? I'm going to read you straight from the script. Got my little handy dandy pocket Constitution. Got to take it with you. Amendment number 1. This is how it's starting up, the amendment. Amendment number 1. Congress shall make no law respecting an establishment of religion or prohibiting the free exercise thereof, or abridging the freedom of speech, or of the press, or the right of the people peaceably to assemble, and to petition the government for a redress of grievances. That first part saying that Congress shall not make a law respecting an establishment of religion or preventing the free exercise thereof. What does that mean? Congress is not going to mandate, say, you should build this establishment, or we respect this establishment, or they can't even say you can prohibit it. Because there is this beautiful thing in this country, it's called freedom of speech. If you have a problem with that, you need to take that up with the founding fathers. Because, hey, a lot of people moved to this country for this purpose. Freedom of speech. Okay? So, if you have a problem with that, don't talk to me. Don't talk to the people that are building this mosque. You need to go ahead and go to the graves of George Washington, Benjamin Franklin, Abraham Lincoln, all of these presidents and founding fathers of this nation. You need to take it up with them. Don't take it up with Muslims. And again, I always hear that Muslims should not do this because it was because of Muslims that it happened. Hold on a second. Hold on a second. I don't know when did we Muslims ever consider Osama bin Laden a good Muslim, or a Muslim at that? Ask any Muslim. That man, Osama bin Laden, has given us so much grievances, so much grief, so much headache. Because of him, we're going through all this nonsense, us Muslims. Do you think we have a favorable opinion towards him? I mean, this is ridiculous. It's absurd to even assert this type of nonsense. But nonetheless, it's okay. I want to make another point. Why can't a Muslim build a mosque at Ground Zero? Why? Was there no Muslims that died in 9/11? So you're telling me that Muslims don't feel the plight of those who lost their lives on 9/11, those innocent victims? As a matter of fact, you know what? I went on FoxNews.com, a very neoconservative website, and guess what I found? I found a list of names of the victims that lost their lives on 9/11, and I went through those names to see if there were any Muslims. Here's a list of a few of those names of those Muslims. Here's a few: Shabir Ahmed, Khalid M. Shahid, Muhammad Shah Jahan, Suleiman Ali Qasim Ali Danani, Sayyid Abdul Fattah, Mahmoud Jawara, Abid Hussein, Muhammad Salman Hamdani, Mahmoud Nasim, Rahma Salih, Robert Talhami, Sarah Khan, Taimur Firaz Khan, Abu Ali Malahi, Muhammad Ali Sadiq, Ramzi A. Doani, Abdul K. Chaudhry, and Muhammad Salahuddin Chaudhry. Bear in mind, these are just a few that I selected. I suggest, if you have a problem with Muslims building a 9/11 Ground Zero mosque, how about you go and speak to these families? Let's see if they don't share the same pain as those who lost their families or family members during the 9/11 Ground Zero mosque incident. Ask them how they feel about Osama bin Laden, how they feel about Al-Qaeda, how they feel about the Taliban. I seriously encourage you to go ask those families how they felt about what happened in 9/11. And then come speak to us Muslims about why we should and should not build a mosque. By the way, this mosque is a community center. Generally, when a Muslim builds a community center, is to have interfaith dialogue, to have discussion of the religion. We all believe in the same God. At the end of the day, Jews, Christians, and Muslims, we believe in that one God. We all believe in the prophets of God and those who have helped that message come to us. And it's all a matter of clarifying those differences and clarifying any misconceptions that might be there about the religion of Islam. Okay? So that's one thing. And unfortunately, there's a lot of Muslims who are hush and quiet and silent on this incident. And that's kind of something that's been bugging me for a very long time. So I'm here to state that if you have one of these, and you're a Muslim, good old American passport, if you have one of these, you speak up for your rights. And as a matter of fact, and I have to give credit to a lot of those non-Muslims out there that go ahead and defend the rights of anybody, regardless of their nationality, religion, creed, and origin. If you have these, if you're a Muslim and you are not, I'm not even talking nationalized. If you were born in this country, you got yourself a good old blue passport, I suggest that you go and speak out against anybody who says that they can't build a mosque, because you're an American. If somebody says other than that, if they say something otherwise, ask them, why are you more American than me? Is it based on is it based on skin color? Is it because I'm brown or you're this, that, and other color? Is it because of those reasons? I said, that's not the reason. That's not the reason that the founding fathers have laid down. Because it says, we hold these truths to be self-evident, that all men are created equal, that they are endowed by their Creator with certain inalienable rights. What does it say? By their Creator. So at the end of the day, we believe in that same God, and we believe that all men are created equal. And of course, it finishes off with that you can live with life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness. Life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness. This is what the premise of the United States of America is. That every man, obviously, men and women, have the ability to live a good life, liberty, aka freedom, and pursuit of happiness. Pursue the happiness as you see fit. Everybody's happiness is different. If I'm happy living my life as a Muslim, I can pursue that. If you live your life as a Christian, you can pursue that in this country. So if you haven't, again, like I said, if you have an issue about this, don't talk to me. Don't talk to other Muslims about it. And you know what the beauty is? And if you don't agree, I don't expect you to agree with me. That's the beauty of this country again. I don't expect you to agree with me. And if you still don't think this is a great idea or whatever, guess what? The First Amendment says that you have the right to peaceably assemble, which means you could protest. Protest all you want, but once you start causing harm and destruction and violence, then that's where somebody's going to have to come in and put a stop to that. You have a right to go ahead and do your protest, no problem. As the same way I have the right to protest for certain nonsensical actions that may be happening in this country. So go ahead, and if you're a Muslim, you stand up for your rights, and if you're a non-Muslim, you stand up for your rights as well as the rights of Muslims and non-Muslims alike. Because last time I checked, our government is taking our rights away one by one. Go look at the Patriot Act, what it's done for us. I'm not any more free than what I was, and all of this has happened in the pretext, or in the name of, national security. And you know what? This type of behavior, this radical, nonsensical, prejudicial, racial, bigoted behavior panders to folks like this. Roll the tape.
They're gonna build a mosque at ground zero? Are you freaking kidding me? Are you freaking kidding me?
Thank you. I rest my case.